Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Welcome back to my channel. Now, as many of you may know, I love money. And I figured, if I want to make this YouTube thing work, sliming up against Susan Wojcicki, the CEO of YouTube, is probably the way to go. And I do, want to earn her love, earn her affection, earn her premium ad revenue, if you know what I mean. And I thought, what better way is there than to read fanfiction about her and myself? So without further ado, let's get into it. You were drunk at the bar a few streets away from where you live, and the bartender is your best friend. He won't let you go until his mom comes in about an hour or someone picks you up.
Come on, man. We're closing down soon, and my boss will get really mad if you won't leave.
Get out! Get out!
Your friend said. Yeah, just wait, you said as you scroll up and down your contacts, stumbling trying to find your wife. You press one random phone number, thinking it was her, but the person from the other line has a different voice. You didn't hear it clearly since there were multiple voices. The person hung up on you, and your wife called with a distressed voice.
Honey, where are you?
She said, at the bar. Can you pick me up? You replied, almost falling asleep.
Okay, be right there.
She hung up. You waved goodbye to your friend and walked out of the bar and waited for your wife. You checked your phone to see what time it was. Then the random phone number was calling you. You answered.
Hello?
The person said. She sounded so sweet. Hey, who's this? You asked.
Oh, haha, I got the wrong number.
She hung up, but then called again. You declined the call. You saw your wife and waved at her. She parked, and you got in the front seat of the car. You closed the door and buckled your seatbelt. You looked at your beautiful wife, looking all stressed out. She started driving. She wanted to talk but couldn't get the words out of your mouth. You sat there, very awkwardly, feeling better and sober. She parked the car, and you guys walked home. Her dad was crying. Your dog Betty beside him. You turned to your wife and finally spoke. Where's the food? You said, as you saw her break down into tears.
What the fuck do you mean? You only care for yourself and not me. Why did you marry me? Do you even...
She cried more and ran into your guy's room. You saw her slam the door and felt sad for her. You looked at the kitchen and saw chicken fingers at the table. You grabbed on a plate and heated it up in the microwave. You sat down and started eating until you got a call. It was the same person that was calling you. You answered.
Hello?
She said. Who's this?
I'm...
She hung up. You decided to block the number and finished your chicken fingers and walked up to your room. You saw your wife sleeping on her side, crying very softly. You took off your shirt and went to spoon her. You went up close to her ear and whispered, I have a new job at YouTube.
Whatever.
She was pissed, kissed her on the cheek, and fell asleep. You woke up with your wife not next to you, but saw a note on the nightstand.
My dad and I will be away for 2 months because my mom died. Please take care of yourself and do well on your new job at YouTube. Love, your wife.
What? Wait, who goes away for 2 months? Just like that? Like, not even mentioning it until she's gone. Anyway, you put the note back on the nightstand and got dressed up for your new job. You hopped on your car and drove. The drive felt like forever, but you finally made it. You opened the door and saw people working and a big ceiling. It felt so futuristic. You saw the CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki. She waved at you and you waved back.
Hello, you must be a new employee. Welcome.
A person beside you said. You turned and saw a very pretty young woman with a clipboard on her left. Oh yes, hello, my name is Taki. I'm working for the IT department, which is, quite convenient because I do actually work in IT. Anyway, you smiled, you saw her blush.
I'll show you the way, sir.
She smiled back to you. You followed her and can't seem to stop staring at her ass. Stop it, Taki, you're married, you said to yourself. The girl stopped and pointed to your desk.
Here you are, sir. This is where you would work.
She said. Thank you very much. You smiled at her again. She left and you got a phone call. It was a random number. You declined and went straight to work. An hour has passed and you felt tired. You stretched your arms and you stood up. Went to the coffee machine on the second level and saw Susan Wojcicki making 2 coffees.
Here you go. Enjoy.
Susan passed one to you. Thank you. You took a sip. It was amazing. You walked back to your desk and saw the girl who showed you the place. She was sitting on your chair and sniffing the back of it. You stared at her and she notices you. She turned red and ran out of your chair. You shrug it off and continue working. Another hour has passed and you saw Susan talking to you. Susan went up to you and tapped you on the shoulder.
Come with me,
She said, and you followed. You went to the top of the building to her office. She sat on her chair and you sat on the chair in front of her desk. You were very confused and wanted to get out, so you keep on working and finally afford to have a child.
Talk dirty to me.
Susan said, looking at you flirty. I'm sorry, I'm married. You felt uncomfortable.
Don't worry. She won't know.
Susan said. She was getting up on her desk. Okay, how do I start? You said, sweating.
Start off with the clickbait. That makes my yellow to green.
Confused, you were thinking of some clickbait title. How I fucked my CEO, you said. As she pulled out a gun and shot your penis? Oh no. Oh, why the fuck would you do that? You screamed as your penis is bleeding everywhere.
Shredding is bad, my child.
Susan grinned. Okay, I found out my CEO has a crush on me, you said as you are holding your penis.
Oh yes, more.
Susan was turned on. Fortnite skin. You passed out and woke up in a hospital bed. You saw doctors around you, praying that you are alive. They walked out and Susan walked in. You were freaking out.
We have some unfinished business to do.
She pulled out a gun. You were thinking of something very quickly and were sweating a lot. My girlfriend and I broke up. You cried as you said that.
More.
Please, leave me alone, you cried. More while Susan shot your head 3 times. You woke up as a ghost and saw your wife and dad crying. You started to cry too, next to them. You turned around and saw Susan Wojcicki with a gun, smiling.
Thank you, Ducky.
Man, thought it was gonna be something hotter, something, more spicy, and I didn't think I would die. Jesus Christ. Thought we were gonna get into some dirty clickbaiting. No, she just straight up killed me for some reason. I could have given her more clickbaity titles, like how I proclaim my love for YouTube's CEO, which is definitely what this video is gonna be called or something along those lines. Anyway, what the hell? Why'd you have to kill me out? We would have been such a great couple, Susan. What the fuck? That makes my green monetization bubble go into yellow. I'm not gonna lie. It was hot, but that part about me dying, I wasn't really into it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Just a random piece of fan fiction I found on the internet, and I was like, you know what? Might as well read it for you guys. So make sure to subscribe, hit that bell, whatever the hell. I don't know. Does that bell even work? Who cares? Just hit it. Hit it for daddy. I know you want to, for everyone in the world. Do it, not because you love me, but because it's the right thing to do. And with that, I would like to say that this is pretty much all the time I've left today, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye bye.